What is good? Oh shit. Everyone. Paper here. Can you build my keyboard? 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 Alright, shut up. Here we go. And yes, his username is PaperAcrobat too. Freaking. You know the drill. I'm building another custom keyboard for my friend, and I have a budget of $120. So this is what he wanted. You want a 65% board with front lighting, with tactile or linear switches. It don't matter. And the color scheme can honestly be anything. He said go ham with it. Other than that, I can do literally whatever to the board. Just make it sound good and feel good. So instead of going with something like a bare bones kit route this time, we're going to try something new. We're going to take a fully assembled keyboard and mod it and tweak it and do some other things to it. The board we're going to use is the Nimbleback, or the NB681, which comes with a manual, the Nimbleback keyboard itself, a standard USB-C cable, a 2-in-1 switch and keycap puller, and lastly 4 extra red switches, which is the same switch I chose for the board. We also got 2 packs of 45 Aqua Ocean Blue switches, and one thing I'll note is that I really like the packaging. It's super minimal, sleek, but Aqua, did you really need to pack all the switches individually like this? Feels like a waste of material and space, but I still appreciate it nevertheless. Anyways, remember how my friend said he didn't care if you wanted linear or tactile switches? Now with the red switches and the ocean blue switches, he can just swap them out for whatever he wants to do, you know, whatever. You're so smart, Paper, so big brain, and so good. The Aqua Blue switches do have kale style housing, so make sure you have that type of switch opener too. And lastly, we have the keycaps. These are the cherry profile light and blue sushi keycaps off of Amazon. I'm pretty sure these are clones. There's too many clones out there nowadays. Oh my god. Now before we assemble the board, I just want to talk about it really quick. The fully assembled board comes with a choice of red, brown, or blue switches hitting all the different types of categories of switches. Pretty standard. Although the board supports 5-pin Hotswap, the switches that come with the board are 3-pin, and they come unlubed. Along with that, the board is tray mounted with 6 screws, and it has another 6 screws combining the plate and the PCB together. The board does come with per key lighting RGB with its north facing LEDs, and it's amplified with the ABS shine through keycaps. I also want to note that they also have their own application to configure the RGB. The board also has 2 flip down feet for an elevated typing experience that is supposed to be anti-slip, but that was cap. The feet suck. Now we get to some of the cooler points about the board. Along the back of the board where you plug in the USB-C, you will notice 2 USB 2.0 ports to the left and to the right. I don't know how you're going to use these USB 2.0 ports, but I find it most useful if you take in your wireless mouse adapter and plug it into there, so you can free up some of the USB ports on your computer. Lastly, the next feature might be dumb, but it's what caught my attention for this board. Well, along with the other features as well. So if you gently lift up the sides of the board, the whole top frame comes off and leaves your board with a floating switch design. Pretty cool, huh?
Shut up! That was dumb!
What the? You shut up, bro. Let's just mod the board already. Beginning with the stabs, they come messily pre-lubed and they're quite wobbly. Let's fix that. Remove the stabs, disassemble them, wash off the lube, dry them. Take the stems and clip them off, and then holy mod them. Next, lube the housings, stems with lotion, I mean Krytox, and dip the wires in dielectric grease. Then lastly, assemble them. Moving on to the switches. I actually lube the switches off camera, but you already know how I lube my switches. With tactiles, I usually go with Tribox 3203 and bag lube the springs with GPL 105 oil. Pretty easy. First thing we're gonna do to the keyboard is get rid of that ugly big branding on the front. Take some acetone and start scrub-a-dub-dubbing that thing down. Next, we're removing those Garbo ABS keycaps and removing the red switches. Then we're gonna remove the top frame and get those 6 screws out and carefully remove the ribbon cable that connects to the daughter board. Next, remove another 6 screws to separate the PCB from the plate. We're gonna do the PE foam mod, so cut some PE foam to the size of the PCB. Use some switches to hold it in place. Next, trim off some extra, poke some holes for the screws, and use an X-Acto knife to cut the holes for the stabs. Next, place the plate back on and put some switches to hold the foam in place again. Then screw in the 6 bottom screws. Place the switches in, leaving the ones with the stabs clear. Then take your original band-aid, hopefully you didn't throw that away, and band-aid mod it. Then finally, place your stabs inside. Once you're done, get some keycaps and test the stabs. Now that they're good, we're going to do another mod, the tape mod. Take some masking tape, or whatever tape you're gonna use, and tape the bottom. I did 2 layers, but you can do however many you want. Then poke some holes for the screws, and make sure to cut out an area where the daughter board connects to the main PCB. Okay, connect the ribbon cable and screw in the 6 screws, place your keycaps, and now you're done. Congrats, now here's a typing test. Bro, I'm finna bust. Overall, the keyboard turned out super nice and super crispy as well. It's definitely on the deeper sounding side with a hint of that marbly sound. For about $120, I say this keyboard is pretty much a dub. I will say that this copy of the keyboard did come with 1 strip screw, but it's all good, I guess. Speaking of the board, I think one thing I'll change with it is maybe the feed. Kinda sucks, not gonna lie. Well, yeah, I don't know, this board really caught my attention for being about 65 bucks on Amazon, since you can switch between a normal design to the floating switch design. I'm just a sucker for these little gimmicks like this. And technically, you can make this board even cheaper if you use the switches and the keycaps that already come with it. But definitely, you need to fix those disgusting stabs though, and maybe loop the switches. Up to you. All the other mods I did were pretty inexpensive and really helped change the board. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please drop a sub or like if you enjoyed. It takes me way too long to make these videos, so I appreciate your support. Leave your comments down below and I'll do my best to respond. Thanks, guys.
Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore.